Hello and welcome to W Rated, where we willingly watch the world's worst rated movies. Today, you've joined us on our road to Razzies, a special run of episodes looking at the nominations for the worst films of 2022, according to the controversial Golden Raspberry Awards. For new listeners, I'm Daisy, and as always, I'm joined by podcast co-creator, host, and editor Claire. Claire, do you want to tell us what film we're talking about this episode?
Today we are talking about The King's Daughter, directed by Sean McNamara, with the writers Barry Berman, James Schumas, who did the screenplay, and it's based on the novel The Moon and the Sun by Vonda N. McIntyre. It currently has a 5.1 out of 10 on IMDb, and on Rotten Tomatoes it has a 20% critic score, but an 80% audience score.
Oh.
And if you add them together, that's 100%.
I'm sure that's how they look at it as well.
They have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Quick maths. Another surprising one. There's been a few that have had a relative. Well, I don't know if a few, but it's not uncommon. It seems the Razzies this year that we've got some high audience scores, which surprises me. I'll be honest, because I'm sure we'll delve into the history of this film shortly, but I just didn't even think that it would get seen by that many people, let alone liked. But I suppose that's irrelevant, really, isn't it? Because it's just whoever saw it, it's whether or not they liked it or not.
It stars, I'm going to butcher this name, but Kaya Scodelario. Apologies.
I practiced earlier, and I think it's Kaya Scodelario.
Perfect. I met her in person once. She was very lovely. So apologies that I have butchered her name. She's really nice.
Scodelario.
There we go. So it stars her, who has a massive fan base, and it stars Pierce Brosnan, who has a massive fan base. And it looks kind of like a period. The poster makes it look like a period drama, and it's princessy because it's kings.
And it's got a fantasy.
So these are all big ticks in boxes for audiences.
Good point. Yeah.
So I can understand why, depending on where it was advertised, why this got quite a big viewing, if it did.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I kind of tripped over my own point by that. It doesn't matter how many people have seen it. If the 80% it's the 80% of people that saw it liked it rather than disliked it. I think that surprises me because of the reviews that I read on Letterboxd after watching it were harsher than I expected. So it's almost as if I'm right down the middle, and then you've got the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes like, hey, actually this is really good, and then but then I read people who had watched it and their views. So I'm not sure what the score is on Letterboxd, or whether it's the different kinds of audiences that congregate there. Like, this has got 1.9 on Letterboxd.
The thing with it having quite a high score on Rotten Tomatoes is that, even though it has the high score, all of those people could have said it was a C grade or a 3-star. They're not saying
it's just positive rather than. Yeah, it's hard to compare, isn't it?
It is, but it's interesting.
But I think I still stand by my point of, it's only if that was a middle of the road score, or even like a below average score on Letterboxd, I'd be like, okay, but it's like, well, I suppose it's 1.9, so it's almost 2, so I suppose that is right. But I don't know, it's just, I think the fact that it was nominated, I watched it and was a bit like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then I read the reviews, I was like, oh, they're really going in. And then I heard that, I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this film.
Yeah, and at times I don't think, again, more so after filming, I don't know if people really knew what was going on with this film.
No, that's very true. Great segue.
So we'll just, do you want to go into a bit of history, or would you like me to let people know what it's nominated for in these here Razzie Awards?
Well, as we've sort of mentioned the history, I won't go into too much detail.
History corner with Daisy.
History corner. I put my fake glasses, and my glasses are around somewhere. I've got contacts in. But yeah, I don't know. I just read about it this afternoon, really, but I had no idea, and I don't know if you knew much about it before watching it. But this is a 2022 release, but it was actually filmed in 2014, which is wild. That's what, 9 years ago?
Yeah,
that's just absolutely crazy. That's an eternity, for most people, and in especially in a world where pop culture and art moves so quickly. And I think that, and a lot of the reviews did sort of say that that had a massive um sort of whatchamacallit against it, a burden to bear, because there's a lot of like, if this came out in 2015 like it's supposed to, the girlies would have eaten it up and all of this. And I think the main thing for me that made the most sense was, oh, that's why Kaya's playing a teenage girl still, because I literally saw an Instagram post of her the other day talking about her second pregnancy. So I was like, wow, she still looks so young. Why can't we just start casting people who are actually teenagers? I know she looks young, but she doesn't look kid young when you meet real kids. But then she ends up with a guy who's what, in his late 30s, so I don't really know how old she's supposed to be in this. Anyway, back to the history a bit quickly. So yeah, it kind of got, it was a production hell. Prime example, um the budget was 40 million, and I think half of that was put up by Chinese benefactors, and the deal was that Fan Bingbing would be in the film, and I think that would bring in a lot of the Chinese market. But for some reason the CGI stage of it just got it caught up, and then I can't remember if it was then or now, but the distributor, oh, it must have been now, that the distributor forgot that they had the rights or just wanted to get it out or something. I don't know. But it just basically got stuck in that stage of post production. It was all around this CGI. I don't know if you have any more like details about why that is, but that's essentially what happened. And I think it ended up releasing to like 750K for a $40 million budget. Wow, harsh. And I think the reason that they didn't just put it straight onto streaming was because of the deal for the funding. So I think there was just a bit of a stalemate potentially with the film and finishing it and getting people happy. Oh, it missed its release date. It missed its release date in 2015 because of the issues, and then I think it just got shelved. And then I don't know whether they forgot about it, or I'm thinking of another anecdote that I heard recently about a different film. But they just had to get it out, and I think because they had to have a theatrical release based in the contract, they just dumped it in a January release and saw very, very, very diminishing return.
I think that's, yeah. I mean, I only realised I knew about this film when it was nominated for a Razzie, and back in 2021 I was working for Film Stories, the magazine and the website, and part of that was that I would upload news articles and things and help manage the day-to-day of the website. And I remember there being an article about this film, that it had been delayed for 6 years and it was finally to be released. And I kind of, then when I was watching it, I was like, I'm sure this is that Pierce Brosnan film that never got released. And then as I was watching it, I was like, it has to be, because the same as you, I was like, God, why is Scodelario still playing such a young character?
Yeah.
And I thought that she had kind of moved past this. And then I was like, God, she does look really young. And I was like, this has to be.
Yeah.
And then when I finished it, I was like, yeah, this was that
And
film.
also William Hurt was alive in this film, which he's not now.
I don't remember seeing William Hurt in this film,
Oh,
and now
he's
I wonder, do I not know who William Hurt is?
so he's the priest.
Oh yeah, I don't think I know who William Hurt is then. I didn't think that
Yeah.
man was anyone.
Oh no. Yeah, he's quite famous.
I know the name, but now I'm realising that maybe I
He's
don't
got
know
one
what.
of those. Has he got one of those faces for you potentially?
I'll just have to. I'm gonna have to have a little Google later and like see. Let me have a quick one now.
I'll be honest. I'm currently looking him up to tell you what else he's in, because I can't think off the top of my head, and I bet we're torturing people at home listening to this. I mean, of the four things he's known for on IMDb, I haven't seen any of them.
I've seen all the Avengers films. He's in all the Avengers films.
Oh, he? No, I think.
Okay, I've seen
Yeah, he's
him.
Colonel Thingy, isn't he?
And I don't feel like he looked like that in this. And then
No.
He was in Into the Wild and AI, and I don't think he looked like that either.
Secretary Ross, that's what his
Yeah,
name was.
so I've seen him in a handful of films actually, but I think because I don't know, I think I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, to
Yeah,
be
he
fair,
is like technically like a veteran actor, and
yeah,
but I'm going through all of these films, and I've barely seen any of the
yeah,
ones in the last 10 years. But I think it's more back in the day. I mean, he's been in
yeah,
so
so much.
much, but
101 credits on Letterboxd.
I just don't think it's stuff that I
Yeah.
have watched. But I'm just scrolling through, and I haven't seen a single one, even into the 2000s. So again, it's one of those names that I know, but I didn't. I knew it was him, and I saw his name come up on the
Mm.
credits. So I knew, I put the name to the face,
Mhm.
and I was like, I'm sure he died,
He
and
did.
I still didn't click.
I knew that he had died. I think I was more I wasn't really ever looking at him. I was quite distracted by the costumes. I quite liked the costumes, so
You like the costumes?
my gaze was going there. It's very interesting that you said that it got held up so long because of the CGI, because the CGI in this was wow, appalling. And then also very sad. So it's nominated for 3 awards. It's
Mm-hmm.
nominated for Worst Picture. It's nominated for Worst Actress for Kaya
What?
Scodelario, and it's nominated for Worst Supporting Actress with Fan Bingbing, who
Oh, for
obviously it
God's
was
sake!
contracted. Now I got really confused. Fan Bingbing is unfortunately nominated for 2 Razzies this year. She's also nominated for Worst Supporting Actress in the 355. So bad year for her. I was very confused because I was like, who was she in The King's Daughter? When I was looking it back up for this episode, and she plays the mermaid. I genuinely wouldn't have known
Mm,
that a real person was playing the mermaid because the mermaid is such bad
mm,
CGI. I thought it was just
yeah,
completely computer generated. I would never
yeah.
have known.
Kind of like the mer people in Harry Potter.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, I though really fucking enjoyed this film.
Did
Other than the
you?
CGI, I thought it was great. It really
Nice.
reminded me of a period version of What a Girl Wants, the Amanda Bynes, Colin Firth,
Oh my God,
which
yeah.
is one of my absolute fave, like having a bad day guilty
Oh, that's
pleasures.
such a good shout. Like
So, like,
that coupled with Aquamarine.
see, I've never seen Aquamarine, but yes, absolutely
No, I
feels like
haven't either, but
the love
I feel like
child.
I
Yeah,
think I probably could piece it together among like
yeah,
across various sleepovers.
yeah. But
But
yeah, the
yeah,
love
like
child of those
this
two
is made
films.
for this is made for teenage
Yeah.
girls for sure.
And
Like
the
this
teenage
isn't
girl
supposed
inside
to
of me,
be.
they're happy. If I'd have seen this at like 14, I would have loved it. Would have loved it. If this was on Channel
Kind
5
of.
randomly on a Sunday, I would have sat myself down and been like, well, hello, movie.
It kind of gave me Princess Diaries 2 vibes as well.
Can see that.
Obviously with like the palace and the resistant and the sort of like princess who's not a real princess, like kind of
Yeah.
um
Rejecting royal values.
yeah, everyone kind of looking down their nose at her, that kind of thing, not liking the guy that she's supposed to like.
Mhm.
So yeah, this is, and I mean, I'm not surprised it's when I put 2 and 2 together with who the director is, I was like, right, I
Mhm.
know what kind of film I'm going into
So,
now.
would you like to explain to anyone that doesn't know who is Sean McNamara, our director?
Sean McNamara is a kids entertainment legend. We've already discussed him on the podcast. If you've listened to our Bratz episode, he is the director of the, I think it's 2007 Bratz film. But he's also done a ton of Disney Channel stuff, and yeah, just was like a really big, like not external name, but a really key person in like pretty much, if you look through his IMDb, it's like a millennial Disney dream of all the kind of thing, like even Stevens, all kind of stuff like that. So as soon as I saw it was directed by him and I looked up who that was, because I recognize that name, I was like, oh, okay, I know what I'm getting into now.
Absolutely.
And it does try and do something different. I think this is a better made film than Bratz.
Mhm.
I think this is treating the audience with a little bit more respect, isn't the right word. just treating like not that they're a bit older, but
Mm-hmm.
just
Bit more
it's a
intelligence.
bit more intelligence, but just not playing down to the well, it's a
Mm-hmm.
different kind of film, but I think
Yeah.
this is a little bit more YA
Mm-hmm.
than Bratz maybe was. And I've just got to respect it for that, because it wasn't a film for me as an adult expecting like a period drama fantasy epic. It's not a Pirates of the Caribbean per se, where it's like a big family film. But it still has elements of that are quite enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
But I think where it performs well is in the areas where it knows what it is, which is it knows its audience.
Yeah.
So
It's about a
it could have
young
been a
girl coming of age, finding her voice, finding her power, standing up for what she believes is right, standing up to like old-fashioned traditional norms, and just being like, I'm a trailblazing young woman, I'm the chosen one, and I can do this, which is, classic.
now. What I would say is the where it went wrong for me, in that it had two. There could have been two ways that this could have been so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, like, I didn't hate it, but I just found it quite boring.
Mm-hmm.
Go fully down the audience of younger women, or just younger people, um this coming of age YA fancy thing, and really get us much more in her shoes. Yes, it's told from her perspective, but we spend a lot of time with Pierce Brosnan, and doesn't particularly add much to the film, especially if you're wanting that. and
The
and
princess
the
story.
Yeah, and like, I think there's no reason why you shouldn't want that. And I just feel like could have been so much more of the filmmaking that helped us get into her shoes. I don't know, something about making the fisherman guy, more alluring and mysterious, and like and the sniveling rich guy, even just, I don't want to say caricature them more, but emphasize their characters more, because she would have seen them in a different way as a young girl. She's been living in a convent all her life, for God's sake. She's not going to know how to be around people. Like, I don't know, it was a lot of tell, not showing. And I felt like a third person watching it, rather than I'm experiencing this through her experience. Or keep the top down view of everything, but make it more Pirates of the Caribbean. Make it like, have a bit of fun, have a bit of cheek, have a bit of humor, make it a little bit more adult.
I think it thought it did have that. I think it thought it did have the cheek and the humor in the family. I think that is what it was going for, but it just wasn't
I
as
did not
elegant.
get that.
Well, I got it to an extent, and now I don't like the Pirates of the Caribbean films, so that also is like a whole other kettle of fish.
Fine.
Fish pirates. But I sorry, I think this thought it was funnier than it was and cheekier than it was, because I kind of realised very quickly in what it was. I've just sat in bed watching it. I think I might have been a bit hungover. Was sat with the cat. I had a nice little afternoon, and I was just like, that was really pleasant and very silly.
I don't know, like, I just felt like it was quite serious. Like,
See, I didn't get serious at all. I thought it was really like mocking itself almost a bit. I mean, no,
do
I
you
guess
think?
it was serious at some points. You're right.
I don't think it's serious as in like Batman. That was Batman, but my voice just stopped working. What I mean to say is that it was. I just don't feel like it was very self-aware. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
something like Pirates, to me, and listen, like, it might be a little bit cliche now because it's been out for so long, but as a staple of the family movie rotation, what it always did so well, that you know I'm talking my parents, me, and my younger brothers, who are like 8 and 10 years younger than me, we all love that, and that's for a reason.
This
There's
definitely does not have that. No, you're very right.
Yeah, it's just that thing of like, just sharper dialogue, a bit witty, sweeping, a bit more swashbuckly. I don't know, I just feel like this didn't really have the scale to do something like that.
I just don't
um
know if that was ever. I've not read the source material, but I didn't
Oh
get
no, and
the
it might not have
impression that was
been.
its intention.
No, absolutely, and it might not have been. But what my original point was that for me, it would have
Hmm.
worked a lot better if it had either gone down either two of those paths. For
Yeah.
me, it was two in the middle, and
Hmm.
just too boring for me,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because it's not even about having a predictive plot, because most plots are quite predictable these days. It's it's just what I was watching on screen. And I have read a lot of reviews that complained about the editing. It's not something that I picked up on, but I wonder if this is what made it boring for me, because we were
Mm.
never, I suppose, reflecting on it, we were never really given a lot of time to sit with the characters
Yeah, it was
before the
very
next thing
moving.
happened.
Yeah, very. We've
It was
got to
very
get
plot,
through the plot.
plot, plot,
Yeah,
plot.
yeah. But
But at the same time, nothing really happened.
I mean, a lot happened. She met a mermaid. She fell in love. She, overthrew the monarchy a little bit. Um,
Just a little bit.
just a little bit. I don't know. I think it worked for me because, like, what happens normally with you is I just had really low expectations, and I was just really happy for it to be
Yeah.
sweet and silly and not taxing and had nice costumes. And even though Versailles was often very poorly CGI'd in, the bits that they actually filmed on locations were really nice. So I really enjoyed the actual physical location scenes. Um, and the only thing I would have liked is I kind of hoped it was going to go lesbian and she and the mermaid were going to run away together.
So I didn't get that. I didn't pick up on those vibes. But other people in reviews were like, "Hold on, why is she with that boring guy?" When she was definitely having
Vibes.
vibes under the water.
Yeah.
Um that would have been bold. Not that it should be bold in this day and age. But that certainly would have made me sat up in my seat. Because I was just I enjoyed it. Like, I watched it. I had the day off today. I watched it in bed this morning, and it was definitely that kind of, like you say, that cozy kind of
Mhm.
light, and
Yeah.
just, I'm gonna run down a hallway because my dad told me I have to marry the man
Oh
I
my
don't
god,
want,
that
so I'm
scene
gonna
was so
fall on the
bad!
floor.
That scene was so
I
bad!
loved it though. I lapped it up. But for me, this just wasn't my kind of film. I'm not a big, like, period piece
So
person
I'm not
anyway.
at all normally, which I think is also why I liked this one, because even though it's set as a period drama, then none of them talk like period, none of them act like they're in a period drama. It's literally just the costumes and nothing else, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Interesting thing about the costumes, I saw someone comment saying that it's less, I can't, it's not French Revolution,
Hmm.
the period of time, I can't remember what it's called, and more Hunger Games.
Yeah, yeah, very much so.
And it was interesting because the whole point is that she's lived in a convent, and then she gets dressed up to fit in with everyone. She's like, I don't want to wear that shit. And then she dresses in her own way, which is obviously modern day
Yeah.
beautiful, whereas all of the other people looked quite horrifying. But they
Hmm.
did in those days in, like, France. They, like,
Yeah.
she was like, oh, maybe I'll just dress like the men. And she's like, the men dress like this too, kind of in wink, wink, nudge, nudge joke.
Hmm.
And I totally get that. But it was just a bit like, sure, of course, I'm so unique, I don't dress like everyone else, is so mainstream now.
That was the point. I was like, oh, this is what a girl wants, but a period drama, because there is the scene in What a Girl Wants where they give her the really ugly debutante dress, and she turns
Yeah,
into the really glam over the one shoulder debutante dress, and
yeah.
Colin Firth, her reluctant dad, is like, oh my god, you're gorgeous, and I want to dance with you, and I'm so proud of you. And in this film, she comes down and she's changed the dress, and then he's like, oh, you're so gorgeous, I want to dance with you. And I was like, wow, I'm basically watching a remake, just as a
Oh,
period
I
drama.
really want to rewatch that. I haven't seen that since I was a kid, and that was like the big one for me.
I have it on DVD and have had it on
I
DVD for like 20
used
years.
to.
It's a regular rewatch for me, like at least every couple of
Maybe
years.
Maybe I do have it at my mum's. I'll have to see. But yeah, no, exactly that vibe for sure.
Yeah.
So remind me what the nominations are again.
So Kaya Scodelario. Scodelario. I'm butchering it even worse than I
Kaya,
am.
let us know. We'd love to hear from you. How do you pronounce your name?
She's nominated for Worst Actress, and Fan Bingbing is nominated for Worst Supporting. with the whole film being nominated for Worst Picture.
Okay. Right, I feel like we have to break this down. Shall we start with Kaya, as we've been talking about her anyway?
Yeah.
Unfair.
Very unfair.
She knew the assignment and she delivered.
nailed the assignment. She nailed the assignment. Totally what I needed from this film.
Nailed it, right?
Charming, cheeky, glam.
And all I kept doing was staring at her hair going, oh, it's just so gorgeous. As if she would wear her hair like that for her wedding day, but I'm going to let it go. Because it's Effie.
Yeah. Wasn't she in a Pirates of the Caribbean film?
Potentially, yeah. Maybe one of the later ones.
I think she was.
She's just so gorgeous. Like, I'm just in awe of her.
Yeah.
And like, she's just in that group of Skins people who are like doing so well, and I'm just so proud of them. But what was I going to say? She did that Cruel one recently, didn't she?
Yeah, in 2019.
I haven't seen that, but I think she's having a bit. She's coming back.
The only complaint you could have about her in this film is that she plays it really modern for a film that's not meant to be modern. But I genuinely think that was the assignment, because Pierce Brosnan is also playing it very modern.
And there's a bloody Sia song at the end when she's riding around on her mermaid. Pun kind of intended. So yeah, that's 100%. And as the Letterboxd girlies say, the girlies in 2015 would have eaten this up. This was of its time. It's this, and I think, okay, 2015 when it was released, 8 years ago. So I'm trying to think, like, this is for, like, I don't know, tweens. They'd be in their 20s now.
Yeah. And
I just think if you were to ask 20-year-olds, what would you think of this film? They'd be like, didn't I see that? Yeah. I'm sure I saw that. It looks really familiar. Like, it just makes sense. In 2022, it does not. And that is probably why it's been nominated for Worst Picture. But no, I think it's completely unfair to give her a nomination as well in the context of this year, knowing it was filmed that year. It's just a bit weird as well. Because I'm trying to look up quickly how old she is. So she's 92, she's 30. So at filming, she would have been 23. Still, they never really say how old the character is, but I'm going to imagine like 17, 18.
Yeah, I got the vibe of like 18.
Just because she ran off with an old guy. He wasn't old, he was like in his 30s. But considering they keep calling her child and stuff, it did get my back up a little bit. So yeah. Any more on Kaya?
No, so I think we follow that up with Fan Bingbing.
Yes.
I think that this is probably one of the most unfair nominations because she was CGI'd to fucking shit. Like, I didn't even realise there was an actress. I thought this was a completely CGI'd thing.
There's a real human under there?
Because her face looks awful. It looks so fake. So the fact that you're telling me that someone performed that and then they did that to her, that's not fair, because she's not being able to perform. A computer has wiped out her performance. No. You can't hear her voice, you can't see her movement, you can't see her facial expressions. It's completely computer-based.
There's no point having an actress do that role.
No.
I would love to actually have seen the process of her acting for the role, because I don't actually understand how that worked.
No.
Was she in a tank?
Yeah.
Was it just dots on her face? I don't even think they went that far with the tech.
No.
I just don't understand logically and in the physicality of it what they recorded of her.
So like then for them to say that she's playing it and then deliver whatever that was meant to be, and then for the Razzies to come along and nominate her, that's so unfair. Like, that's not a reflection of her acting in any way, shape or form.
No, absolutely not. I'm interested to see her other, because at the time of recording I haven't watched the 355
myself,
so I'm interested to see what her performance is like there, and whether it was just something that was lumped in, considering I'm not sure what all of the nominations are for that. But yeah, I mean, when we look at these nominations, we start to see a pattern, don't we?
I think it's only nominated for 2 Worst Supporting Actresses.
Okay. So yeah, I don't really think it's fair to call her out for this.
Mm-mm.
Again, I hate to be a broken record, but it's just reeks of let's just add someone else in. And also just her getting flack for the CGI, considering she was the CGI character. It's almost as if they wanted to vote for the CGI, but they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't, so they vote for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is the CGI.
Yeah, because yeah, that's completely right actually. Because it's a terrible character. It's like a terrible character design. It's like you can't tell what the emotion it's feeling is. But again, that's not her acting. That's the
Mm,
film, the editors, the CGI people, the director, the studio. That's all of them. Why is she getting flack?
mm. Misogyny.
That's your buzzword.
It's my buzzword. Misogyny is so hot right now. Spoiler alert, it's always been hot. And that's the problem. It's never gone away. Oh dear.
Worst picture. Surprise to no one. Get fucked. How is this the worst picture?
Hey Razzies, get fucked. Yeah, dumb. I don't really understand. I think it's just, oh, that film that got stuck in production hell and got released 8 years later. Yeah, that's obviously crap. Oh, yeah, it's not made for me. It's made for teenage girls. Yeah, this is crap. Throw it on there.
I
100%.
think there's, and I wonder if there's a lot of Pierce Brosnan heads who were like, yeah, Pierce Brosnan is like a king in like revolutionary
Yeah,
France,
probably.
and this gonna be real manly. I mean, she's literally on the front cover with her legs up and her shoes off. Like
And
it's
and the
given.
mermaid's on the front cover.
Oh, not the one that I've seen, but it was giving
Oh.
me like the Prince and Me vibes. You know.
I don't know what that is. What's the Prince in Me?
Oh, it's like a 2000s comedy starring Julia Stiles as she goes on holiday
Do you
and falls
know
in love
what?
with a prince.
Before you even said Julia Stiles, all of a sudden I was like, it was as if she communicated to me. I was like, hey, it was me. Do you remember me? That was weird. Just suddenly got Julia Stiles like airdropped into my brain.
Ask her what it was like filming 10 Things I Hate About You.
I would love to know what it was like dancing on that table. I'm just looking. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
It's
This
basically the same poster.
Iconic. Now, why couldn't we have watched this? Anyway, yeah, just stupid. Also, I know you're gonna be like, Daisy, it never works that way. But we're meant to be in France and they're all talking with English accents.
I don't mind if
I don't mind it. I just think it's stupid.
I just don't know what way
don't-
this one went, which is what I can't remember. I don't mind it if everyone's speaking with English accents. It's when half of them are speaking with English accents, and then a few of them are being brave and we're like, we're doing the French accent, and I'm like,
no. They all spoke in English, and I get it. It's an English Chinese production, I'm assuming. But and I get it, and it's always been like, of course, why shouldn't, like, how else would it have worked, basically? Do we really think it would have been better with everyone trying to do French accents? No.
Imagine
But
Pierce
I'm just
Brosnan
sitting here
doing a
watching
French
it
accent.
going, no, I can't. What I'm trying to say is, my opinion isn't necessarily right here, but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Is that I'm sitting here going, why am I watching a film set in France where everyone's speaking English? Like, I know why. I know how the world works. But it just made me irrationally, like, pissed off, because I'm like, this is just silly. And I know it's always been this way, and I know it wouldn't have been better. But it's almost as if, like, do we as English people have to take everything? Like,
Yes.
I don't know. Like,
history has told us the answer is yes.
I know. I just don't know. And it's just like, there's just something farcical about it. Is that how you say that word?
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's just something about it that seemed absurd. And that, even though that's just how the world works, I get it. Don't come for me, but it's just, I just don't.
No, there was a crisp edge of absurdity to this whole film.
A crisp edge. Love it.
So yeah,
I don't think they lent into the absurdity enough for a mermaid film, if you ask me. But
they didn't. They absolutely didn't. I mean, I think what we've said here is that you didn't particularly care either way for this film. I liked it.
Nah.
I like mermaids. The only thing better would have been lesbian mermaids.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We hope you can join us for the next episode where we keep running down that road on the way to the Razzies 2023. See you then.
Lesbian mermaids!
Underline.